I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the easiest ways to get the government to pay for your expenses. All right, it's pretty windy out here, so bear with me. All right, first of all, when it comes to buying something that you might not necessarily have the money for, or should I say you want to buy it on credit, right? It does make it way easier if you actually do have a good credit score. So it is pretty important a lot of the time. So the thing is though, like, it doesn't actually have to be there. Like, you don't have to have a really high credit score, but you could skip a lot of steps when it comes to getting the stuff if you could just get approved anyway, if you could get pre-approved anyway. If you go and apply for the loan or for the credit or whatever, and they'll actually qualify you anyways, it's so much easier than if they deny you. Because the thing is, like, yeah, they're supposed to extend that credit to you anyway, unlimited, but you know that they're not gonna wanna be honest with you about everything. So when you're dealing with these corporations and whatnot, you gotta know how to play the game. And the easiest way to play the game is to actually meet their qualifications, and then on the back end, you just do what you gotta do to make sure that you don't have to pay anything out of pocket. Because of course, the government supposed to be paying for everything, right? All right, cool. So since we know that since the early to mid 1900s, it's been their responsibility to pay for everything for us, we got to know how to get access to these things. So here's the thing. When it comes to that credit part, then yeah, you definitely are going to want to go ahead and get your credit right. Fix your credit. And I think it's important to do so because at some point you're going to want to get the unlimited debit cards, right? Or charge cards, I should say. So once you get to the point to where you know how to securitize these securities, right? When you know how to convert something into a security, and that's where everything opens up at. That's where you get to the money. That's where you get the Treasury to pay for your stuff. So let me drop a couple gems real quick. So here's what you could do. You could, for example, get a utility bill in the mail. All right. You can instruct your utility company to make sure that they're securing that into your Treasury Direct account. So if in case you didn't know, they really supposed to be paying you that money. It's not supposed to be you paying them. It's not a bill with them paying, for you to pay them any money. That's the trick. So we got to know that you could get these people to deposit the security, which would be the bill, and deposit it into your Treasury Direct account, right? What does this mean? This basically means that you have access to the United States Treasury, okay? They're going to be your intermediary, if you will, and they're going to be the ones who take care of you when it comes to being like the beneficiary of your estate. So anytime that you're submitting these things to them, they are willing to pay you for it because you're lowering the public debt. Because the truth is, they're responsible for it. So you got to remember that. You're never responsible for anything. You're just supposed to benefit. But somebody is, of course. So he who is or they who are responsible for paying your bills, they appreciate the simple fact that we know how to handle this accordingly, that we know how to handle this paperwork right. So it actually lowers the debt for the country, quote unquote. The country is really the corporation. But the thing is, bro, the reason why it's freaking, I don't even know, $13 trillion that this country is in debt, the reason is, or I say the country, but it's really the corporation, the United States corporation. So let me make sure I get that clear. But like, the reason is mostly because the citizens don't know how to handle when they're dealing in commerce, when they're doing things in the public. So a lot of the time, it's not even supposed to be so difficult or raggedy, like when it comes to how people are getting treated by these corporations and stuff, when it comes to like creditors. But the creditors have a hard time making money because we don't actually know how to handle the paperwork right. We don't know the right people to give it to. And it seems like for whatever reason, they just determine it'd be easier to just rip people off and scam people. So instead, they just tell you that you're supposed to pay them every month instead of telling you you're really supposed to get a security. And mind you, if you just think about what a security is, it could be anything that got your signature on it or your name on it, right? If we know that we're the superstar, right? Our autograph is worth everything. If we know that we just have to sign something and it get approved as a valid signature, we can get anything monetized. I don't think you really understand what I'm saying. All right, let me explain something to you. Do you know that if you get a lease agreement with a company, right? You get a leasing agreement with a landlord, right? Say it's like one of them corporations that would do like housing for people and junk, right? You get a lease and you sign that junk. You say you promise to pay them, I don't know, 36 months, however long you're gonna be there or whatever. But do you know that when you sign that they can take that contract, they could go monetize it directly? Do you understand that because you signed it, it's already seen as guaranteed money? So they could go to a bank and they could monetize that joint. They could leverage credit off of that contract. They can actually deposit this and actually get cash in return or credit in return or whatever you want to refer to as money. Like, you have to understand that all of this is about securities. Why is it about securities? Because there is no money. It all goes back to the fact that in 1933, they took everybody's gold. So when you're dealing with nothing but promises to pay, that is the security, is the promise. These are securities. You're supposed to get security from these things that they got, that they're offering us, that they owe to us truly. And a lot of people don't recognize like how it works because they're trying to chase money. They're trying to find money. Bro, there is no money. I need you to understand that because that's the foundation of where all of this started. When they say there is no money, that basically means that there is no lawful form of payment in circulation. There's no silver and gold compared to how much they're supposed to be versus how much money is in circulation. So in return, the United States is taking responsibility for everything that we ever need, everything that we ever spend money on. But I gotta help you understand that it ain't just a house and a car. It's deeper than that. Bro, they will pay for all your groceries. They will put you on food stamps for nothing. There's so many benefits that you're supposed to be getting that you might not even realize, bro. It's not just a house and a car. Yeah, you could get cars. You can get a new car every year if you want to. That's great, and you should do it, especially once you figure this junk out. Definitely hit them up, bro. Get back at these banks for real, because they've been scheming on people too long. They've been doing people wrong. They've been kicking people out of their homes, taking their cars, taking their transportation, all type of wild stuff. So make sure that you, like, bruh, get they resources. Get as much out of them as you can. But you gotta really be real with yourself, knowing that the truth is that the pen is more mighty than the sword. Meaning the pen is really the most powerful thing in this junk. When you write your signature, you gotta recognize how much power there is in that. If you don't know about securities and all the different ways that you could validate something as being a true security, if you never heard of, should I even say it? Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Have you ever heard of a medallion endorsement or a medallion signature? Bro, if you don't know what that is, look into this, because securities are where we're getting the resources from. This is where we're getting things taken care of for us. It's all in the promises to pay. All a dollar bill is a Federal Reserve note, is a promise to pay later once money comes back. But I got news for you, it ain't coming back. So go ahead and figure this system out so that you could get access to these things, so that you could get your stuff paid for, because they supposed to be paying for all your stuff, bro. It's true. If you just read all the laws, you will see that it's true. If you actually get in contact with some people, book a consultation with somebody who knows something about this, like myself, for example. If you actually, like, when you really know what's going on here, bro, it's so lucrative. You're supposed to be getting paid whenever you spend money. Like, I don't think people really understand, bro. You get paid when you spend money, quote unquote money. Like, bro, I am not kidding you. When you do this stuff right, they double your money for you, because they're paying you for not messing their books up even more. When you balance out the books, they're willing to pay you for it. Like, I really need y'all to understand how big of a deal this is. Yeah, you're going to have to invest time, money, energy, and all that stuff to figure this out. But, bro, believe me, it's going to be worth it. Especially when you could put your folks on too, like, it, because it ain't gonna just be you who benefit. Just think about if you could buy a car for every family member that you love who just needs one, And all you simply have to do is put your signature on the junk, and you know how to just make sure that you get everything as soon as, which would be the title, the manufacturer certificate of origin. Bro, I'm telling you, this stuff is real. Please don't think it's fake. Okay. Like, bro, anybody who really doing this would be a damn fool to be out here showing off all of the cars and the money and the gold they might have bought or whatever it is. So if you don't see enough proof on the internet, just know there's a reason why. Okay. But you should see enough proof. And once you take these actions, you figure out how to get the Treasury, make sure you forming a good relationship with the Treasury. You get them to take care of you, you take care of them. You balance the books out, and you're going to be glad you did it when you know how to discharge any debt, especially when you get the unlimited credit card, right? You get charge card. You get an unlimited card, and you could literally spend unlimited money, and all you do is discharge it. Do you understand? You could literally spend like $700,000, right? Say I want to buy a freaking private jet. I could spend like $4 million on a little plane, right? Spend $4 million on the plane, discharge the debt. I just got the plane free and clear. I don't think you understand how powerful this is, bro. I'm not kidding. This is not fake. You could do this with anything. You could buy a house with a credit card. You could, like that $700,000, you could spend that on a house, bro. Free and clear. I don't think you really understand how powerful this stuff is. Yes, it's about getting the things that you need, but it's also about taking care of others too and sharing. So just don't get greedy with it. But truth be told, I feel like God wouldn't even give somebody this information and really get them to the bottom of it if they were going to abuse it. But then again, there's every kind of person out there. So, hey, make sure you click the thumbs up button if you made it this far in the video. Thanks for watching to the end. Subscribe and book a consultation with me if you want to talk one-on-one, and I could probably answer a lot of your questions. Holla.